Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today I'm going to be testing out a sweet treat that involves two ingredients, fruit and candy. We're going to be combining them together to see if it forms a hard, crackly candy shell on the outside of some fruit. In China, this treat is called Tanghulu, where different types of fruit are dipped into a molten vat of sugar syrup that's brought to an appropriate temperature so that when it cools, it's crackly hard and clear and just gorgeously shiny. It looks like the fruit have been dipped in glass, and they're equally as hard. So when you bite them, you have this lovely crunch and sweetness, and then you've got the fresh fruit beneath it, and it's absolutely delicious. The first time I made this was many years ago. I made it with strawberries, and I'll put a link to that Tanghulu video down below. I included my failures as well, so you can get a little laugh if you like. But I've also made a similar version using Jolly Rancher candies and grapes. It's called crack grapes. I'll put the link to that one down below, and that was delicious. I actually made that with my kids, and you use Jolly Ranchers and you melt them, and you dip grapes into them, and then you sprinkle Jolly Rancher candies on top. So delicious. But today we are going to be using Starburst, which I find very interesting because Starburst, unlike Jolly Ranchers, are not hard candy. They are a taffy. They're chewy and taffy-like, kind of melt and stick to your teeth. But I've seen this used to make a crunchy, crackly shell on the fruit as well. These are flavored already, so you're going to add additional fruity artificial flavor to the outside of your fruit. But what I really want to know is, will it get nice and crackly and hard? I don't know. We're going to find out. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're only going to need two ingredients: a bag of Starburst candies and some fruit. So I've pre-washed and dried some grapes and some strawberries. It's pretty important that the fruit be dry so that the candy can stick to it. It looks like they've changed the logo from what I remember. It looks like a different font. Yep, it smells like Starburst. So here we go, and let's sort them into their respective flavors. Red is cherry, orange is orange, yellow is lemon, and pink is strawberry. Now, I used to like Starburst quite a bit as a kid, and my favorite flavors were orange and lemon. Lemon in particular was my absolute favorite. But among my friends, strawberry and cherry were quite popular. Of these two, strawberry I like a bit more than cherry. I've never been a huge fan of cherry, or any of the berry flavors for that matter. I am definitely a citrus flavor person. This is a good pack for those that like the strawberry and cherry crew, because we definitely have more of those than the citrus crew. Well, Skittles was my other favorite fruity candy as a kid, and my favorites were the citrus, the lemon, lime, orange, and then strawberry and grape. I think I like grape a little bit more than strawberry, which was red, which I always found unusual because red I was associate with cherry, not strawberry. It's definitely strawberry. So I've seen a few videos of people heating these candies up in the microwave, also doing Tanghulu in the microwave, which is a combination of sugar and corn syrup most often and a bit of water, which is pretty dangerous because it's difficult to control the heat in the microwave. Also, a lot of kids use the microwave. Understandably, it's pretty safe to warm up leftovers and things, after school snacks, for example, but often you don't realize how wicked hot things are, especially things like sugar. Sugar can get incredibly hot. In fact, if you look at a candy thermometer, hard crack stage is 320 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 degrees Celsius, and can cause a very bad burn. So what we're going to do is heat it up on the stove, and then I'm going to place it into a ramekin because we need something to be deep enough so that we can submerge the fruit. So kids, if you want to make this, make sure you make it with an adult. Next, we're going to painstakingly peel all of these Starbursts into my saucepan. Now, it's important to use a non-stick pan because this will stick, as you can imagine, to any other pan. So they look hard right now, but when you put them in your mouth and you start to chew them up, they get soft and chewy and sticky. I have done enough experiments with sugar to know that candy making is tricky and that sugar is fussy. So I have made a dragon's beard candy, which is incredible. You take sugar and you stretch it into these beautiful threads that look like hair. That was pretty incredible, but I failed making that a few times, and I think every sugar candy thing I've made, I've failed a bit. Tanghulu, yes, but you do it a few times and you kind of figure it out. The most recent time I made Tanghulu, I made KFC Tanghulu, meaning I took Kentucky Fried Chicken and I covered it in glassy sugar syrup. I will point you down to that video in case you're curious to see how that turned out. Let's go ahead and start heating up our Starbursts. Make sure the flame isn't too high. We don't want to burn these. We just want to gently melt them. And I can smell the very familiar smell of strawberry and cherry. Oh yeah, look at that. It's already starting to do its thing. This is actually happening pretty quickly, which is great. So I've got some giant grapes here, and I'm going to skewer those. And strawberries as well. Beautiful, right? Flip them over a little bit to get the other side. It smells like a candle. It actually smells like chapstick. Yeah. Do they even make cherry chapstick anymore? The Black Label chapstick, which was the plain chapstick. Oh my gosh, that one was so terrible. It was like a flesh color, but it had like the worst flavor. Out of curiosity, find out what temperature this is at. 274, 287. I'm calling that good. See how bubbly that is? And carefully pour it into my ramekin. Doesn't all fit, but that's all right. Just gonna quickly dip my strawberry into there. Looks beautiful. So do this again. Strawberry, and we're gonna dip it. Glossy. Looks pretty good. Strawberry. Different than Tanghulu because it's not clear, right? Ooh, my ramekin's hot, so hold it by the edge. Pretty beautiful. Oops, got my stick dirty. I'm gonna do a grape as well. Turn it into a cherry. So you can actually get quite a few from one batch of Starbursts. This is just half the bag too. Look at that. Look how glossy they are. Ooh. Alrighty, my lovelies, my Starburst Tanghulu are ready. It took no time whatsoever for them to set up. Just minutes, really. And they look gorgeous. Look at this. Utterly stunning. They look like candy apples, but they're strawberries. Grapes look gorgeous too. Look at the grapes. Stunning. Look how shiny they are. And sure enough, listen to them. That sounds crunchy. Let's give it a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Absolutely crunchy. You heard that crunch, right? I'm not a big fan of the flavor though. The cherry flavor takes over everything. Don't really taste any of the strawberry whatsoever. And it tastes like cherry cough syrup to me. And I'm not a huge fan. But if you're into cherry flavor, artificial cherry flavor, then you might like this quite a bit. The grape inside is juicy and succulent, but you don't taste any of the grape whatsoever. All you taste is the Starburst candy. While it is crunchy on the outside, it is quite sticky. I prefer the crunch of the Jolly Ranchers. I felt like that was like a thinner, more kind of crystalline crunch, more of a glassy crunch, like a thinner crunch. Well, this one is thicker and it's a little bit residually sticky, but mostly it's the flavor I don't care for. Alrighty, but maybe in the strawberry version, I'll enjoy it more. Let's give it a go. Itadakimasu. I think the candy coating on the strawberry was a little bit thinner, but again, it's overwhelmingly cherry rather than strawberry, which is really strange because we're eating a fresh strawberry. And perhaps that could be mitigated by using just strawberry candies on the strawberry. So then you'd have the artificial and the original, but then you wouldn't get this beautiful red color, which I appreciate. I really love this gorgeous red color. You would get more of a muted pink color if you just use the strawberry. But I did get an answer to my original question on whether or not this would work. Do Starburst make a version of Tanghulu? And yes, it does. It works. I don't think the flavors are successful, in my opinion, but visually, it looks very striking and very, very pretty, but the flavors don't really work for me. But if you're a big fan of artificial cherry flavor, artificial strawberry flavor, then maybe this would be for you. I didn't bother trying the lemon and the orange with the strawberry or the grapes because I don't think those flavor pairings would work very well, and I don't think they would be as visually striking as the bright red. All right, my lovelies, let me know down in the comments if you've tried this before. Are there any other candies that you've tried to Tanghulu before? If so, let me know down in the comments. If there are ones that are worth trying is really what I want to know. All right, my lovelies. Thanks as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye. Alrighty, I don't know. I'm gonna bring this to my kids, see what they think. I'm